This is TV-38, WSBK-TV Boston. It is time after the TV-38 mid-morning news for this 10:45 a.m. edition on this Sunday morning, March 4th, 1973. Good morning, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins, and here's what's happening. The level of social services available to poor people in Boston will be drastically reduced after July 1st, as President Nixon succeeds in dismantling the Office of Economic Opportunity. While epithets and acronyms flew in Washington last week, poverty program officials here began to assess the losses that they would incur under the proposed federal budget for the next fiscal year. The probable casualties include Boston Community Action Program, which this year put $3.57 million in the hands of locally elected area funding action, cancels APACs to provide neighborhood services. The Nixon administration's proposed cuts in the social service funds will hit precisely to the people President Nixon says he wants to help: the working poor and their families, elderly persons living by themselves, handicapped children, and the taxpayers. Governor Sargent told the White House that federal attempt to make the regulation retroactive fiscal 1972 would mean that Sargent would have to ask for a Massachusetts tax increase of $80 million and $100 million for fiscal 1974 to provide the services which are mandated by state law. Such a tax increase would require a 10 to 12% increase in state income tax rates. Washington. President Nixon exaggerated the progress of the United States has made toward ending the pollution in his environmental message 2 weeks ago, according to the several federal environmental officials. Our officials interviewed here last week said that the president's statement that month by month our water pollution problem is also being concluded and is not supported by the Council on Environmental Quality 1972 report. The report shows that the scope of the water pollution actually increased slightly from 1970 when 27% of the nation's stream and shoreline miles were polluted in 1971 when the figure was 29%. Lloyd Astor, a spokesman for the Environmental Protection Agency, said Mr. Nixon probably was referring to the increased construction of treatment plants to handle municipal industrial waste.
Says not a check. Check.
Khartoum, Sudan. In a weeping balcony scene last night, Palestinian commandos rejected Sudanese government demands to surrender and warned they execute their remaining Arab hostages, although they did not want to kill their brothers. Friday, the Black September guerrillas killed U.S. Ambassador to the Sudan, Theo A. Noel Jr., his deputy, G. Curtis Moore, and Belgian Church, their affairs, Sky High. Appeared on the balcony in the Saudi Arabian embassies here, where they have been under siege for 2 days. The guerrilla also demanded free passage of the plane to fly them to Libya. Earlier, the government has rejected the demands for safe passages and has strengthened the forces of tanks, machine guns, torps, and police surrounding the building. At one point, the guerrillas threatened to blow themselves up with the remaining hostages. The Jordanian in charge of affairs, Ally Nasser, Saudi Arabian ambassador Sheikh Abdullah Malik, and Malik's wife, who voluntarily remained with her husband. The weather is other developments. In Beirut, Lebanon, Yasser Arafat, leader of the more moderate wing of the Palestinian resistance called Sudanese President Jafar Numeri, to urgent enough to send in the troops to storm the MC. Arafat also said he was sending a special envoy to Khartoum to help solve the crisis. Arafat exclaimed they were more responsible for the incident. Israeli Prime Minister Golda Meir in Miami Beach to kick off an Israeli bond drive to send condolences to President Nixon over the bloody murder of two
Do you think this is
Israeli-based United States diplomats. Jordan's foreign minister Salah Abu Zaid called and cabled Secretary of State William P. Rogers expressed condolence and condemned the killings of this ugly crime. Jordan is a long-time enemy of the Black September Commandos. The rest of the Arab world maintains the culture sound to the Wet World correspondent Stephen Somerville said seemed to be a mixture of understanding for the motives of the guerrillas and the state of the method. In Washington, U.S. officials encouraged that the Sudanese response to the President Nixon demand that the Arab Church be brought to justice. Washington. President Nixon yesterday conferred for nearly 2 hours with his senior economic strategist on ways to defend the dollar from attack by international currency speculators. Mr. Nixon had ruled it out the third direct devaluation of the dollar, but this public declaration of American currency is sound showed that little evidence of the common uncertainties which had drove the dollar's value to record lows on the European money markets before they were abruptly closed on Friday. The White House said that Mr. Nixon covered a wide range of topics at the meeting with Treasury Secretary George P. Shultz, Federal Reserve Chairman Alfred F. Burns, Budget Director Roy L. Ash, and Herbert Stein, the Chairman of the Council of Economic Affairs advisors. The White House gave no details afterward, but the dollar crisis deficit was higher than the agenda. Another topic was believed to have been soaring food prices. The session was held less than 24 hours before a scheduled emergency meeting in Brussels today of finance ministers and the 9 European common market nations who are searching for a way to stabilize the currency values without having to buy additional dollars to halt its decline. Mr. Nixon also presided yesterday over swearing-in ceremonies for G. Bartlett Cook, 35, as chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, 16, and William J. Krause, who served to become Undersecretary of the State for Economic Affairs.
I can tell you, things were a lot less expensive back then.
If you're 50 or over, you should take a new look at your auto insurance.
Rome. Archbishop Alberto Espadero Balsaro becomes a cardinal tomorrow. Affirmative from traditional church teaching on such controversial questions as priestly celibacy, birth control, and divorce and remarriage yesterday. But as the church has been teaching the truth, the Archbishop said in an interview, the truth is the truth whether it is like it or not.
You'll get benefits that reward you.
Although Catholic couples may choose to live apart, remarriage means adultery and the church has no power to do anything about it, he said. Celibacy, he said, praise the praise for the church and I'm all for the church. The Archbishop said his primary aim in his events is spiritual life and trust in me and then bring out what is the best in man and strengthening the spiritual area. His idea of social reform being indicated revolves around making himself and others more holy and Christ-like. The only answer is for each of us to advance in holiness and eliminate gross injustice and others less gross. The Archbishop wore the reputation of being an advocate of the poor because he backed farm workers organization first while serving in Texas. You get removing injustice from the world, but we must work toward the elimination of injustice and never rest, he said. To each utopia in the world is a false zone. The key is to teach people to be just, he said. If we make less than just society, will be more just. The elevation of Archbishop Medeiros, two of Americans, and Archbishop Timothy Mann in Los Angeles, and Yulis Zapante Martinez of Puerto Rico, and transit of to the sacred cardinals would take place tomorrow, and a ritual considerably shortened by modern imperatives. In marked departure from traditional procedures, considered called by Pope Paul VI, will be telescoped to the one-day reverend over the usual period of several days. The consistory, a solemn assembly of cardinals convened to consider important church governmental matters.
855-373.
Will begin at 9:30 a.m., 3:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, a sacred meeting of cardinals at the Apostolic Vatican Palace. Pope Paul VI will formally announce the President College of Cardinals, Churchmen-elect Popes and second only to the Holy Father in power. The appointment as he made March February 2nd to 30, he selected to make the number of cardinals to the president 144.
Oh, really?
Rome. Former Secretary of Transportation Johnny Volpe got off the jet plane yesterday here with a new title. U.S. Ambassador to Italy. The former Massachusetts governor was smiling that smile made by famous by Boston Globe cartoonist Paul Zepp in the 50-degree and blue sky weather. Called a designate, Alberto Espadero was waiting there to greet them along with Italian United States Embassy officials. Archbishop Medeiros was there for the ceremony that will be climaxed tomorrow by his elevation to cardinal. Ambassador Volpe knew briefly he had kissed the Archbishop's Episcopal ring and they embraced each other and exchanged congratulations. Minutes later, Ambassador and Mrs. Volpe, presented by a bevy of Boston TV cameramen, were escorted to the diplomatic lounge at Palm Minnesota Airport for a press conference. Volpe wore a gray suit, white shirt, and red tie. Volpe and Mrs. Volpe looked smilingly well after a night flight from the United States. To about what are the people, mostly Italian government officials at USMCA? President Bravo, somebody beautiful, welcome to Rome.
This is all you. Big deal of the day. 28.
TV-38 News Stop, 10:52, and I'll have the weather report after
I have, and it's great. I love it.
this commercial break here on TV-38.
$36. Gave it up because you want the big deal, right?
Yeah.
Now I asked you if you thought that you had a handle on which door. You're thinking about it.
I have a good feeling.
Okay, well, it could be door 1, door 2, or door 3.
Taking door 2.
Door 2. Now, why do you think you're feeling 2?
It's just smiling at me. It's just there.
At Capital Supermarkets. Shopping at Capital like a raise and a pay, yeah?
And what's behind door
This is
1?
U.S. Choice Boneless London Broiled Steak. Shoulder at $1.39. Freshly sliced beef liver, 69 cents. Capital's Gold Medal Bacon, vacuum back at 99 cents.
Featuring stainless steel cookie grades and individual ignition system for each of them.
And a budget saver, Idaho's shoestring potatoes, 4 12-ounce packs for $1. 5-ounce standard regular spaghetti, medium shells, elbow macaroni, just 3 2-pound bags for $1. And Benny Fair towels, 4 jumbo rolls for $1. And you'll find it at Capital Supermarkets. Shopping at Capital is like a raise and pay. Our world's most complete hi-fi electronics center. It's Lafayette Radio Electronics at LRE. Only in Lafayette can you all find a great assortment of hi-fi stereo at great savings too. This Lafayette Pickering Danical Garage 240-watt AM FM hi-fi phono system sale $419. If purchased individually at $560.07. This Lafayette Arcade 84 4-and-2 channel 8-track stereo playback deck just $49 for sale. Stretching at 90, the finest speaker system offered by Lafayette still $119, regular $109.95. And this is Lafayette Arcade 760 solid state stereo cassette tape deck at $99 for sale.
A little less than your
Stretching 5 XB12 4-way acoustic suspension speaker system sale $99.88. And KLH model 17 2-way acoustic suspension speaker system sale $49.88. And kiosk 4-way AA stereo headphones that sell $32.88. You'll find them at LRA's location in Boston at 895 Boston Street across from Prudential Center, Boston, 584 Commonwealth Street, Commonwealth Avenue, half a block above the Kenmore Square, West Roxbury, 1528 APF the Parkway and Route 1 and 1 mile south at Denton Mall. Need it. 1400 Worcester Street on Route 9 opposite Shoppers World, and Saugus on Saugus Plaza Shopping Center Route 1 and Walnut Street adjoining Sears. Okay, TV-38 weather brought to you by you, Lafayette Radio Electronics Dealers here, the world's most complete hi-fi electronics center. Good morning, it's 10:55 and now the weather here. For Boston vicinity, variable cloudiness with showers likely today. High temperature in the upper 50s, southwestern winds about 15-20 miles per hour. Clearing tonight with low temperatures in the upper 30s. Very colder tomorrow with a high temperature in the middle 40s. Probably rain 60% today and 20% tonight. Massachusetts for down. Variable cloudiness showers likely today. Warmer with high temperature in the low 50s. Clearing tonight, low temperature in the low 30s. Very colder tomorrow with high temperatures in the 40s. At Connecticut, variable cloudiness, chance of showers this morning, mild in the afternoon, highs in the low 50s. Partly tonight, lows in the upper 30s, partly cloudy, mild tomorrow with chance of showers, but highs in the mid 50s, but cold along the shore. Maine rain today, except for some freezing rain. North portions early, high in the upper 30s north to upper 40s south. Tonight, and chance of snow flurries north and clear in south. Lows in the teens, north and the 20s south. Fair tomorrow, highs in the 20 north and then the 30s south. New Hampshire, occasional drizzle and freezing drizzle. Change in the rain today, highs in the 40s and gradual cooling tonight. Lows in the 20s and partly cloudy tomorrow, with highs in the 30s north and the low 40s south. Vermont, cloudy with mild wind showers like that today, highs in the upper 40s and 50s, partly cooling tonight, lows in the 30s. Mostly sunny and a little cooler tomorrow, with highs in the upper 30s and 40s.
Increased prolactin levels.
Sunset 5:38
Or trouble swallowing.
p.m. Moonset 5:41 p.m. High tide 10:38 a.m. and 11 o'clock p.m. Low tide 4:51 p.m. New moon today 7:08 p.m. First quarter moon March 11 4:28 p.m. Full moon March 18 to 6:34 p.m. And last quarter March 26 at 6:46 p.m. Right now, Boston, Massachusetts, approaching 11 a.m. hour. We have a temperature of 45 degrees with a wind chill about 43 and dew point about 40 degrees. Humidity 2%, barometer 3.15 inches. And we got visibly 1 mile winds and west northwest at 5. Condition light rain. And that's gonna be it for the TV-38 news at the mid-morning report on this March 4th, 1973 on a Sunday morning. Previously, have a good day. I'll see you later. Bye, buddy.